sounds like the most British dad thing I've ever heard. You bought him sweets on the way home.
Classic.
Yes.
Classic.
Hello, people. It's DadPod. And if you're wondering why it's me introducing the show today, if you're back rather than watching for your first time, it's because Natty has actually decided to be me. The truth, in fact, is that he got cookie down his shirt. So he had to lend my shirt, and I'm about to swear jar because I'm off because he's wearing my clothes better than I do. This is DadPod. And today we're talking about, funnily enough, why dads are more fun than mums.
Indeed, we are. If you don't,
Supposedly.
if you don't know already, people, if you're new here, I'm NT.
I'm Chris.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Will.
Yes.
Welcome to DadPod.
Welcome to DadPod, guys.
Okay, so where did we get the theory that dads are more fun than moms? I think we need to put this out before we get completely crucified, lads. Where did we find it?
Well, I think to put it into context as well, because there's a lot of research out there that suggests that women are better for nurturing and men are better for sort of like physical activities with the kids and sort of learning in that way. So I think as a natural progression of that, that's where the context comes from.
Yeah. Well, very well put.
Yeah, that is very
I think that kind of, again, before we're slaughtered, obviously, potentially we've clickbaited a little bit, but essentially I think like that.
On this platform?
YouTube's not known for that.
So basically, what you're saying makes sense because traditionally, and this is not in every case, but it is still very common. So like a woman will be off longer for maternity leave, will be there for the very early years, like all that nurturing side.
Grow a very
Like
strong bond.
Very strong bond.
Yeah.
And then generally again, like a woman will, like the mum will generally sort of stay at home a bit more. It's again, obviously people's circumstances are different, like mine included, but generally I think that's probably where it comes from. And then because dad's out at working, like the child hasn't seen the dad as much, so it's a bit more exciting. Oh,
when dad comes home.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably where it sort of comes from. But then obviously, of course, as well, there are general.
Yeah, there's
Men are also a lot more immature generally too.
Yeah, like,
let's be honest.
For those of you that don't know, it took us like an hour to even start recording this because
We've just been chatting crap for the last hour.
We're just completely immature, like. And I agree with you though, like it is true because my kids get so excited when I come home from work. I only spend about an hour to 2 hours before it's bedtime, and in that hour to 2 hours, we're just doing absolutely everything they want to do because I'm like, yes, I've come home from work, I've not seen you all day, I've got energy to play with you.
Yeah.
My missus on the other hand has had to deal with 12 kickoffs, 2 wet pants, frigging food getting thrown everywhere where food gets thrown by kids, constantly saying, will you pick up after yourself? So that last 2 hours of the day, she's like, head blown. So essentially, she's not going to be more wanting to run around and do all, because her energy's already gone. She's done all the hard work during the day. While I'm at work, she's done the hard work at home. So I genuinely think that could be a common reason why, if obviously that is the setup in your family household, because moms do work more than dads sometimes, and it's possible.
And it probably would, to be fair, I think if the roles were sort of reversed, I think it would.
I think it would
be that
dad would be drained, and mom would come home and have the time.
I think when it comes to kids, the parent that they spend the majority of their time with, I think that parent is seen to the child as their like safe space.
Yeah.
So they're more susceptible to kind of act out a little bit more with that person, with that parent, and kind of give them a bit more aggro and stuff. Where like the parent that they're spending less time with, like you said, they just kind of like want to have fun with them.
Do you know what?
Spend more time.
I can back up what you're saying there, because literally this morning, my girl,
Here we go.
absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Like literally arguing with each other, they're hitting each other. shouting at each other, they're moaning at me, and
Oh, they seem like angels when I pictures up.
point and case, mate.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, and it was the same yesterday. They were kicking off on the way to the football about everything and anything. As soon as we met my cousin, goal.
I was about to say, I helped the one with the belt, and she was like, "Oh, thank you. Like, can you help?" Because she was getting stuck with the belt, and I was like, "Do you need help there?" She's like, "Yes, please." Helped her with the belt. "Oh, thank you so much." And I'm like,
Yeah.
they seem like angels.
So,
to me.
When we were at your birthday, like, your missus said about my son, "Oh, he's got such great manners." Like, so proud. I'm like, he doesn't say please or thank you to me.
Do you know what though? Do you know what though? I think that's probably a sign of like us being active as parents, and I have had feedback like on this on our podcast that like some people say they love how sort of involved we all are.
Yeah.
Which I think for us, we're just doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
But when
Natural.
but people see like how we are as like being really sort of engaged and involved, which I think is a nice thing. And
That is really nice to hear, actually.
That was a lovely
Shout
bit of
out to
feedback.
you guys, man.
Shout out.
So that was really nice.
Appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
but
u-
they
I
make
used to
us
get-
look like idiots.
because I am so immature as well. Like I used to.
Grow up.
I used to like put on like accents and stuff like when I'm at story time and stuff. Yeah. And
Oh,
and
you're
just,
mugging
like,
yourself off there.
Yeah, you got to keep that
Don't
up.
do that.
You got to keep
That's
that up.
monotone
You know what?
time. That is.
But yeah, so like my missus would say like, yeah, you're just winding them up before bed, and then you're expecting them to sleep. And then, to be fair, then like after she said that, the next time I did it, I just watched, and they were running around, just like going like banging themselves off the wall and like like running around the whole house like that. And I'm like, okay, I can see your point.
In my house, my missus does the bedtime story.
Yeah.
Because when I did the bedtime story, it wasn't sit in bed and listen to me and I'll do the story. And obviously, you do the few little weird noises and sounds in the book.
Yeah.
But I would be like, let's get out of bed. Let's walk around like with a Gruffalo. Let's do this and let's do. And I'll be so interactive because it's fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just as much of a child as them.
Yeah.
But then when it got to the end of the story, it's, can we have another? And I'm like, yeah, we'll have another. Before you know it, I've done a 2-hour pantomime in the bedroom before it's bedtime.
Full monotone.
Yeah, full monotone.
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
If I could recreate Morgan Freeman's voice when I was writing stories.
I would pay all of my wages for bedtime stories from him or David Attenborough.
Oh yes, yeah.
My one was like
100%.
because you'll know this character from our like early 20s, Nip. So this geezer was a drunk down at like one of the pubs that we used.
Absolute legend though.
Yeah,
Hold tight, Nip.
like there's so many quotes that he came out with, but like because I just love doing this voice. I find it so funny that like I molded that into like a child friendly sort of. I say child friendly, like a child story. So it was. I changed him into a squirrel called Nip.
Nip the squirrel.
And he'd go around speaking to people like this. Oh, baby. And you'd have to pick a place, an item, and something else. And then the kids would pick those, right? And then I'd make the story up on the spot. And they'd be like, "Can we have a Nip story? Can we have a Nip?" And I'm like, I see where my missus is coming from. I get it.
That's like the most British dad thing I've ever heard. Nick from the pub has been turned into a squirrel for child's bedtime.
If you haven't already,
He's
go
also
and Peyton, Nick the squirrel.
Yeah, he's also got a best mate called Jeffrey. Who's a polar bear and really
I I've not heard about Nip for so long. That absolutely has killed me.
I'm
That
gonna say is though,
oh my god!
Tell you a
So
story.
honestly, go patent Nip the Scribble before some cunning person goes and watches this.
I was thinking
and there's
about
a whole
doing,
series.
you know,
Turn that into a cartoon.
you know when you can do
Voice it
them
over.
like them bespoke books for the kids. I was gonna do like thinking about doing one of them.
No, you
for 'em.
should, and you should
Nip
take
the
it to
Squirrel, man.
publisher because I promise you, I would buy the entire series for the children.
Yeah.
I am sold.
My son's favourite episode was when the Nip and Jeffrey got stuck in a music shop. And they had to play the guitar and the keyboard so that they could get the attention of someone outside. And he decided to play his own keyboard during that time. And, he was like,
And that's why he didn't go to sleep.
yes. He got to bed at 11 o'clock that night.
Essentially, so far, we summed up why dads are more fun than moms, in quotation marks. We've summed up that quotation by saying it's because we're irresponsible and immature.
We're really
Teach the
giving
kids away.
Yeah. When it comes to the kids, we're idiots, and that's why they find us fun.
You know, I've got one pal. He watches DadPod, so he'll know who he is. So shout out to him. He gave me a saying: whenever someone calls me childish, turn around and say, "Of course, I've got kids."
Yeah. You have to.
True.
Do you know what as well,
Part of
though?
the brief.
My cousin last night, again, my girl's been a nightmare. He was there. He was like the best thing in the world to him. Like, goes and makes it worse. And this is probably sort of the element of dads being more fun. He's like, oh yeah, I'll let my daughter stay up for as long as she likes.
Oh,
Oh, what are you
cannot
doing?
be saying
No.
that kind of stuff.
So I looked
In front of someone
like-
else's kid.
Then I
Oh,
looked
no,
at him.
no,
I looked
no,
at him,
no.
and he's kind of smiling at me, and I'm like,
That's right,
I'll take it. And then he goes,
like gritted teeth.
Anna bought her a motorbike.
And she's got a tattoo. She's pissed.
And I'm just like, you wait till your daughter's here, man. Seriously.
I'm going to tell your daughter I give my children limited chocolate from Willy Wonka's factory.
I'm just like, oh my God, man.
Did he finish it off with like, here's a bag of Haribo's?
Bought him sweets on the way home.
Classic. Classic.
That's a W cousin. That's a W cousin. Because I'm not going to lie here. Your job as a cousin or a brother, when your cousins or brothers have kids, is to, well, don't quote me on this, it's to teach them the things they're not supposed to know. So the swear words. Because all my nephews, I'd come over and teach them swear words, and now my sister's had her own back. And it's to wind up their parent in front of them. Oh, I think so-and-so should be allowed to have like an extended bedtime today while so-and-so's in the room, just to cause that warfare. That is your job as a cousin. So
Right,
that's
so-
a W cousin.
So, do you know, the kind of guy he is, right? Honestly. So, like, I've walked ahead at one point. I ended up chatting to an away football fan as we were walking out.
Yeah.
Just having a general chat, like, it's pretty cool. I've come back, and all of it, like, my girls, 6 and 5, are all of a sudden asking me for sushi and a king prawn boona.
What a mix.
Like, he's told them like that it's the best
Street
thing in the
food.
world.
Street fusion.
What on earth? What's going on?
A king. Random.
And I was just like, can we have one? I was like,
You are.
What's a king prawn boot?
It's a curry.
Yeah, it's a curry, mate.
Curry.
so
I'm from where I'm from, and I didn't know that was a
Like-
curry.
Boona's a curry, innit? But
No,
like
no,
the-
Boona's
yeah,
a curry,
the-
but what's
yeah.
king prawn boon?
Is it instead of the chicken or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So like,
good.
so then the eldest is like, oh, where can we get one from? So like, I tried to turn it back. I was like, oh, you can get it from his house, but I'm allergic, so I can't come.
Yeah, you go back with him.
Yeah.
He'll sort you out.
And then they're asking to stay at his house all night then. Oh God! But he tried.
Yeah.
To be fair though, it's funny. Like, kept them entertained and like obviously
Yeah.
just winding each other up and that.
That's
And
it.
I guess it kind of is lad banter really.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I found interesting, when we was looking into why are dads more fun than moms? I'm always going to say this with quotation marks, just because.
Just because it's obviously not a question.
Yeah, it's listen, moms, don't do this to me, please.
A furious mum is typing a comment right now.
Honestly, moms, you are fun.
Watch
Very
that
fun.
stove.
And you do a lot of other things that are really, really good and hardworking. But what I found interesting was what Natty said. The
What's
age
that?
ranges.
Oh yeah.
Can you say that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so,
get it wrong.
there's a thing where they say that between the ages of when they're first born to about 6 years old, a child is very dependent on their mum. Then that dependency and what they want to learn, it switches to the dad. So from that being said, like how are all of us?
I was about to say, have you got any of you guys experienced it with your children where they've done the shift?
I think my situations, I guess, has been kind of. I mean, it's not unique because there's a lot of people in the same situation, but I think my youngest is sort of has always been sort of very attached to her, whereas my oldest was sort of more a mom. And now she's sort of like she just goes with the flow. She's so emotionally mature. It's amazing, really. But she's always been very inquisitive anyway, so she kind of wants to learn from everybody. Like she'd be here now asking you questions about whatever sort of thing.
She asked me a ton of questions in my card.
but the youngest is like she needs a bit more confidence, and she'll ask for sort of affirmation on things and that, and because she wants to be like, have I done okay? Have I done well? Are you proud of me? And that kind of thing. And but she's kind of only ever known really living with me, so
Okay.
So I guess that's going to be a different dynamic. Maybe with her, it might actually switch to when she's a bit older. She then goes towards the mum more.
Yeah.
I was going to say as well, what they say about the ages, is it gender specific? Is it?
I don't know, but I don't think it is, to be honest.
Because in my head, I'm not saying this is a fact or anything, but I would have thought it would be the other way around for girls. Sort of.
You know what? You get the thing is,
as they get older, they want more mums' advice on things, but while they're in the young age, they're like,
because you have the saying like daddy's girl and mommy's boy. You have those sayings.
Yeah.
So like it's almost like looking to the other gender almost. So I don't know really.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's gender specific or nothing.
Yeah, if anybody does actually know and knows a little bit more about this topic, drop it in the comments and let us know, man. But I've seen a slight shift with my older son. So when he was younger, obviously he spent a lot more time with his mum. Because before the pandemic and everything like that, when I worked, I was in the office a lot more. So like I used to get back and have about 2 hours with him before like bedtime and stuff. So he used to spend a lot of time with his mum, and she had an extended maternity leave.
Okay.
But now he's a little bit older, so he's going to be turning 7 next year. He's got into like sports and like activities outside of school, so like I'm the one that's predominantly taking him to them. And
you naturally bond.
So we've naturally bonded through them, and I've felt like a bit of a shift. So he comes and asks me about stuff more, and like me and him just like generally have more like chats and conversations.
Yeah.
Whereas the dynamic between him and his mum, he's still like that with his mum essentially, but I feel like he's quicker to get like emotionally upset with his mum when she's trying to discipline him and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And when he's like upset about something, he'll still gravitate towards getting comfort from his mum more. So like so in certain areas there's been a shift towards me. But like in the like it's more like the nurturing side and stuff is still his mum.
Isn't it? Yeah. Like you're almost relying on one for one thing, one for another. And like I guess we've all even got mates who like you go to a certain mate about a certain thing. Or,
yeah.
Kind of know who's good at what almost, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess you naturally learn that without knowing what it is, I guess. You would possibly never.
Yeah, I mean, I've sort of noticed it with my boys. They're both same age, just out 4. And when I first got on full time and they come home, B was very much tied to me, but we think that was a trauma response because of what he'd been through, and it was women at the hand of it.
Yeah.
So we feel like it was trauma response was stick to the bloke because when he was in his placement as well with foster care.
Yeah.
But was very much always wanted my missus, always, no matter what, it was always I want mommy, and so on. But as of recent, I've seen a shift, and it's crazy because I've seen the shift in both of them. So the younger one, B, he doesn't care about me no more. He tells me to go work. I look at him and say, do you want me to take the day off today? Because I'm self-employed. I have the pleasure of being able to sometimes just take a day off today and make up for the hours on a night time somewhere else. I'm like, do you want me to take the day off today? The sun's out. We could play football. No, you go work. You make me money. That's exactly what it is. And
So you're self-employed, but you got a boss, yeah?
yeah. Because I told them the once, because O was asking me to stay home from work. I went, I can't, mate, if I stay home. You're not going to have no toys or money or a house. We need to make money, don't we? And then he understood, and he's kind of getting over me being at work now. But O just completely, reversed it on me. He goes, no, you go work, you make me money. And I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. So B's doing his thing, and he very much attached to mommy. He's number one. He's always next to her and doesn't want to know me. And a lot of times he's like, I'm not your friend. I'm like, oh, brilliant. Whereas, he likes cars. And obviously, by trade, I do mechanics. He loves coming up to me. Daddy, look what I've drew. And he's drawing the car, but he's not just drawing the car. He's drew arrows to the different parts. And he's telling me what different parts are. Like, because he sits and watches Matt Armstrong with me as well. Because that's something I love watching. He knows I like to come home and watch my car stuff.
Yeah.
He'll sit and watch it with me. And he comes to me asking me questions. When he does something in the house, he'll build with his mind because he has Minecraft block toy thing, which are brilliant. If your kids like building, screw the Lego, get the magnetic blocks. Don't hurt as much when you step on them. But he builds with these magnetic blocks, and when he's finished and he's built like a garage or something, he'll be like, Daddy, look, I built a garage. And he'll walk straight past my missus.
Yeah.
While I was coming to show it me. Because he's all dad. And he has done that shift. And emotionally, he's not all dad. He's all, like, if I tell him off, I'm the stricter parent. So, like, if I'm at work, I'll be on the phone to my missus sometimes, and I can hear her telling him off, and she's like, if you carry on, I'm going to tell your dad. The minute she says that, I hear both the kids just, boom, they stop. They stop whatever they was doing.
Line.
They just stop. You can't
Wait till your dad gets home.
That's exactly what she says. And, like, they'll stop. So discipline-wise, they both don't want to mess with me because I'm the strict parent. Even falling over, if they fall off their bike and I can't see blood, I say, come on, shake it off. Come on, man, shake it off. Get back up. Let's go. Because that's how I was raised. My dad was like the tough nut guy. You don't cry, man. Get up and move, man. Obviously, if they cry, I'll give them a hug. But I tried to encourage them to shake it off. Come on, let's shake it off. Whereas my partner will, come here, mate. Come here, mate. And when I say it's bedtime, when I say it's bedtime and he starts kicking off and starts getting all like, I don't want it.
See, like, another side of this thing, like, and it's something I struggle with. Like, I'm a good dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do what I can do and that. But I would definitely be a more fun dad when my kids are older.
Yeah.
I really struggle, and I really struggle to get into like the little kid mindset.
I can't do imagination
with the putting
tea parties.
voices on and all that. I really struggle with that. I just can't do it. But
I
like,
can't do the tea parties.
I've got to be in the mood for it, if I'm really honest.
Seriously, it's like someone could bring a newborn baby to me, and I'll just be like, "You're right, mate. You want a pipe?"
He doesn't actually have milk.
Half milk.
Do you know you touched on
and I don't know if that's like a
being
man
older.
thing, but yeah.
You know, you touched on them being older. So, what I was mentioning earlier about from newborn to like 6 years old, they're all about the mom, and then from like 6 till 12, they're all about the dad. From 12 onto like adult years, they're all about seeking and gathering information from their peers. So they kind of leave you behind a little bit. How are you guys
adolescence comes in.
Yeah, so how are you guys going to tackle that when it gets to that point? Get out of the house. Fend for yourself.
I think the work
Be back at 9.
Yeah. The work behind it starts now.
100%.
I think it's
If you give them primary values strong, I think.
instilling the values and also making sure that they know whatever they've done whatever they need to talk about, they can talk to you about. No,
Yeah, being
Yeah,
no
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
Yeah.
dip into you because you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we do
Yes.
that. We do that now at home, like, because I noticed the kids started telling fibs to get out of trouble. So like, if one of them's doing something, it'll be wasn't me.
yeah.
And they've even gone to the extent of blaming the cat for throwing things. And I'm like, mate, the cat don't have thumbs.
Yeah.
I don't trust catching her.
We
No,
said, if they had thumbs, they'd be
If they had
taking
thumbs,
over the world.
Which
Yeah.
is true. Cats are evil, and I will say that as a cat owner.
Love it.
But no, like, so what we do now is, if I find out you fib to me, you're going to timeout. When
Yeah.
you're on timeout and I speak to you about why you're on timeout, I ignore what you actually did wrong. I say, that's
Yeah.
not why you're on timeout, bud.
Yeah.
You're not on timeout because you threw something at the telly.
Yeah.
Even though, like, to be fair, that wasn't the best thing for you to do. Like, if you told me you did it, we could have spoke about it. We could have
Yeah,
dealt with
yeah,
it.
exactly.
We could have found the solution.
That's
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
Because
say
you
to our
lied to
kids.
me, because you lied to me now,
Yeah.
you put yourself in danger, and I can't trust you.
Yeah.
So that's why you were in trouble, and it worked because my older one is very like advanced with his like thinking ability, and he used to be the one that made the most believable fibs.
Yeah.
Like, I actually believed them until I set the camera from their bedroom into the living room and caught him out one day on one of his fibs. And like now he won't fib. He will this kid would never admit to anything he'd done wrong. You'd think he was a perfect child as well because of how he managed to fib.
Yeah.
The fibs were believable fibs. Now he tells me. He actually comes up to me sometimes when I'll be in a different room in the kitchen making lunch or something. He'll come up to me, Dad, like, what's up, bud? You told me not to throw the teddy and I threw it and now I've knocked over a drink. I'm like, all right then, go get the glass for me. Gets the glass, I'll give him the mop, even though he doesn't know how to mop yet. Just to make, I give him the
Yeah.
mop as a thing to like, right, you go rectify it. If you can't rectify it, sweet.
Yeah.
Then he starts shouting me when he's got the mop. And I come
Accountability.
over. The thing
Yeah.
is, the reason I do it is because he gets the mop to try and fix his problem, realizes that's hard, starts shouting me. I come over and help him. At the end of it, I go, see how much easier it is when you come and tell me the truth, and we both work it out. Or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just trying
yeah,
to work
yeah,
it out.
Exactly.
Boom, nailing the
Yeah.
coffee.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
That's literally what
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
And then
that.
if you apply that to almost any situation,
Yeah.
It's true.
sorted, like,
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to figure out on your own.
We've been
Come to me,
saying
mate.
to our kids that like you're gonna get in more trouble if you're not
If you're not honest, like, if you
you're
tell
not
me
honest, yeah,
and own
exactly.
up, we
exactly
can work this out. If you lied to me,
Yeah.
now I'm even more angry. at you.
exactly. Yeah, that's it. And I think like there's obviously going to be various challenges when they're teenagers.
And let's be honest,
stuff like
they're
that.
not going to tell you everything.
No,
Oh, 100%. My
But-
mum still don't know everything I did as a teen.
no. But like as long as they can trust you with their feelings and with their
yeah, that
sort of
self awareness and safety
Yeah.
as well, like, and their own boundaries,
yeah
like not having a problem with
respecting their
with
boundaries.
so
Yeah.
respecting their own boundaries, like
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
letting people push past them.
Yeah.
Like being like having hopefully they will feel like, no, actually this is not acceptable to me, so you're not going past that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Do you know
think
what I mean? And like, and again, along that self awareness and the safety side of things, like, as long as they have that, I think they've got to learn, they've got to discover.
everyone's-
Yeah.
they've got to
everyone's going to make
experience
their
the world.
mistakes. And it
Completely
the thing
agree
is,
with
the way
that,
I
yeah.
look at it is sometimes people don't listen to me. And my dad's famous saying, those who don't hear must feel. Now, he said that before giving me a smack. But in today's day and age, if
You
we
can
translate
feel
that-
this.
Feel it. But in today's day and age, it's true though. You don't listen to the person who's literally been through what you're going through.
Yeah.
Because as a teenager, I used to think, you adults don't know what I'm going through. But you do,
Yeah.
because you've been through the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, but you're not going to listen to them as a teenager. And you just
So
have
you
to
learn.
learn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
to
You
learn.
don't listen, that
Learn
not
by
looking
your
left
own
and right
mistakes.
before
All
crossing
you can
the road,
do,
you're gonna
all you
get
can do
hit
is
by a
give
car,
them the
yeah.
tools. All you
Yeah.
can do is give them the tools,
Definitely.
and all they can do is use them.
I
Choose
just
using or not.
I just want my kids to be in a place where if they are really in a bind, me or their mum is the first person they think of to
Yeah.
come to for advice or help.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I know they're gonna keep things from me. I know they're not gonna tell me everything, but the stuff where they really need help, I want them to come to me or their mum about it, and then we can all sit down and talk about it and try and sort it out, or I can give them advice or help
That's
with
it,
it.
man.
That's just I want that's where I want them to be, because I know myself as a teenager, like when I was a teenager. Sorry. Yeah, definitely not a teenager now.
Can't pull that off anymore, mate.
We're going
I know
back
when
to
I
the 1800s. Back in my day.
I know when I was a teenager, I didn't want to tell my parents everything, and I was just trying to find my way in this world and this life and figure out who I was, and everything else, navigating school and whatnot. So to have that anchor and that safe space with your parents is definitely what I want my kids to have.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, man.
So moral of that story is we are more fun, but also thoughtful.
The wrap up is we're irresponsible and we're immature, but if you mess up, we want you to come to us because we're the responsible adult. You know what I'm saying?
Supposedly.
Makes perfect sense.
And with that being said, that wraps up today's episode, guys.
Yeah, man.
So if you've made it this far, drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, and make sure you come back and leave us a comment as well. This has been DadPod, everyone. Peace out.
Cheers.